So let me know, what is your addiction level into paddle from 1 to 10? 10 being...
It's got to be close to 10. I think the better person to ask is my wife, Tracy, and she might say it's like an 11 or 12. But
so paddle became more important than family?
I'm not going to say that ever.
And we are all things paddle.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Padel Smash Academy. We're here on location at the PanAmerican Games in Brazil. And here with me I have the mesmerizing Bill Ullman, okay, USPA board member or committee member, former squash player and amazing paddle player. So Bill, welcome to the channel. Tell us your journey from, how did you end up in paddle?
Well, it's an amazing story, I think, for me. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was invited on a trip with a bunch of college friends to the Bahamas. And all of us played tennis in college and squash in college, and we're all really competitive. And we went to this club called Albany to play golf and tennis, and we ended up spending the whole weekend playing paddle. We had never played before, and everybody thought they were the best at it, and we had a great time. And then COVID hit, and all I could do was watch paddle videos on YouTube for like 3 years. And so then I got very lucky because Paddle House opened up in Brooklyn, where I live, and I got to, again, play. And so for the last 2 years, I've been spending a lot of time in Brooklyn playing paddle at Paddle House, and in fact playing in tournaments around the country, and gotten to come to the Pan Am Games, which has been incredible.
That's awesome. And most importantly, you're holding you're wearing the USA team shirt.
I know.
How did you end up here representing the US?
Last year, I saw an Instagram post that said PanAmerican Games US team tryouts on Instagram, which I don't really use that much. If people who follow me, who are very few, will know. And I said to my friend Ron Bobman, who I play paddle with, I said, we should try out. Like, who knows who's going to show up? You have to show up and see what happens. We ended up making the team. We had an amazing experience last year. And then and then this year is a little more competitive, more people playing. We had to earn points in the tournaments and things like that, and managed to sneak onto the team again. So,
that's awesome.
So it's been great fun, and I feel very lucky. Last month or in November, I actually represented the U.S. in squash doubles at the Canadian American thing we call the Can-Am Games. So I've been in the Can-Am Games and the Pan Am Games in 2 months in 2 different sports.
That's excellent. So now you have a squash background, tennis background. Did you find it difficult to adapt to the sport or not?
No, it's one of the beautiful things about paddle is that if you're a squash player or a tennis player, I think this game will suit you really well if you enjoy playing either of those games, which I do. And the ability, this game, like tennis and like squash, has a chess-like component to it. It's strategic. You have to think about where you're placing the ball, where you're hitting it, how hard you're hitting it, what spin you're using. Are you coming into net? Are you staying back? All these things are going through your mind as you're hitting the ball. Same thing in squash. You're always thinking about your position and the shots. But this game, like those sports, gives you a chance to make some shots and hit some winners too, which is fun.
Yeah.
So, and it's a doubles game, which I really enjoy having partners. And Ron and I have been squash champions at the University Club in New York for many years.
You're talking about the world famous Ron Bobman?
The world famous Ron Bobman, my partner
amazing.
here. Yes. We've won some squash tournaments together, and we've won some paddle tournaments together too. So
that's excellent. So where do you see paddle going in here in the United States?
Well, if New York City is an example of the potential growth, it's right now we're in this very high growth phase of the sport. We went from no courts in New York City to 12 courts in a year and a half.
Wow.
Okay, so think about it. Paddle House opened a year and a half ago in Williamsburg. They opened a second club in Dumbo, and then Reserve Paddle opened up in Hudson Yards, all within a year and a half.
And Dominus Park too.
Well, at Domino, I count that as the Williamsburg Paddle House. so we have all these courts now, and I think there'll be more clubs over the next few years, which is great. And I see it. I played in a tournament this year in Raleigh, North Carolina. I know Miami's already experienced a big wave of growth in paddle. It's on the West Coast. I think there's going to be a lot in LA. You're going to see it everywhere. I think it's a very accessible sport.
So let me know, what is your addiction level into paddle from 1 to 10? 10 being...
It's got to be close to 10. I think the better person to ask is my wife, Tracy. And she might say it's like an 11 or 12. But
so paddle became more important than family?
I'm not going to say that ever. I'm saying she might say that. No, I would never. My Emily and Natalie and Tracy come first in everything, but paddle. I've put time into learning, trying to learn the game. In fact, as I told you last night, I like it so much, and I like learning about it so much. I went to Orlando to learn how to be a coach.
Yeah.
I've taught tennis and I've taught squash in past parts of my life, but I wanted to learn how to teach the game because I felt like I could become a better player myself just by going through that process.
Of course. So what do you think the biggest development in paddle in the U.S. is needed? Where? What part of the game, of the sport?
Well, look, many things have to happen, and they all kind of have to happen at the same time. So we need more courts around. Yeah. We need more courts and clubs, because if we only keep this amount of courts and clubs we have now, the capacity is limited, and the clubs seem to be doing well and filling up pretty quickly, which is great. It's a good sign. So hopefully there'll be more clubs. I think we have to invest in younger players, children, teens, so that we have a pipeline of players coming through the U.S. to be able to compete internationally in the game. And then I think we have to make sure both men and women have access to the game. And so I think if all of those things happen, we're going to have a very healthy, growing sport. But I see a lot of growth ahead for the next 5 to 10 years.
Here at the PanAmerican Games, do you see a big difference in play? Like, because we're playing paddle players that have been playing for 40 years.
Absolutely.
50 years.
Look, I'm so new to the game. The reality is I've been playing for 2 years, maybe. And I admire so much the people we've played against, and the skill and the experience they bring to the game, the shot making, the shot selection, the patience. I've always been, my fault as a tennis and squash player has always been impatience, and I have the same flaws in this game, and I need to learn to overcome that. But when you play against it, it's brutal because you lose points and you rush and you don't do the right thing. And so, but I love the skill that I see here, and it's just the level is so high and so amazing.
Yeah.
And so I know I have a lot to learn. I can still get better even at my advanced age, and hopefully, I can, and hopefully others here see the top players in the world really at the amateur level here and kind of can emulate that and learn from it.
Great. So at the end of the interview, we'll go into the golden point questions. Quick, fast responses. Yeah. So let's get going.
All right.
What do you prefer to play, right or left?
I actually both.
Really?
Yeah, I like both sides. I generally I play on the right, but I love playing the ad side as well.
Your best shot?
My best shot is a little roller forehand cross court.
Oh, nice. Sort of like volcadita.
A little chiquita, a little topspin cross court forehand on a tennis court. That's my best shot.
Your worst shot?
My worst shot is, I think my overhead. Not the bandeja, I mean like a vibra, a hard overhead. Not good enough yet.
Good. Who's your favorite partner?
Well, I have to say Ron Bobman's my favorite.
Ron Bobman, but
I have to say Ron because.
But I heard that he's not playing with you in 2024. Is that true?
He probably won't. He'll dump me overboard for somebody else.
Oh, really? Just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Oh my God.
But I was told once by a legendary squash player, Peter Briggs, who's a friend and a coach and a mentor. And he once told me, you have to be ruthless with your doubles partners and just always go for the best partner. So I understand it if Ron's dumping me. I can appreciate it.
Yeah. Sad, friendship, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
No.
Not in paddle.
So who is your favorite professional player that you love to watch?
Top Gear LeBron. I don't follow the pro game yet as well as I should, but they're so good it's almost unrelatable to me.
Good.
They're so good.
What are your goals in paddle for 2024?
My goals in paddle for 2024 is I just want to play in some senior tournaments and some tournaments. I want to do well. I want to become a more patient player.
Good. Excellent. Let's put our hands together. Let's go USA, baby!
USA!
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications.
And remember, it's free $99. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button.
Thanks for tuning in to Padel Smash Academy. We hope you'll find our videos informative, helpful in improving your game and learning all things paddle.
So until next time, keep improving your game. And remember, learn, play, and share.